Hi, Mark here. Monday, December the 22nd, going on 9:30 a.m. Eastern. That's 2:30 p.m. GMT. Shortened Christmas trading week. We're well into the US session now. We're going into the afternoon portion of the European session. And let's have a look how the US dollar is doing. US dollar being sold off today. Have a look at the index. I've got resistance at 98.31 and I've got support now sitting at 97.94, broken below the 98 level. We'll see if that can continue. US dollar weakness index being sold off. You'll see the same thing in all the majors, weak US dollar. Whether that can continue through the US session or whether there's going to be a turnaround at this point and buyers do step in. So we've got our support level being tested right now. This, I believe, would be around the area, the 98 level, where buyers would step in if there's going to be a turnaround. But for now, certainly weak US dollar to start the Christmas trading week. Let's have a look at the majors, starting on the euro. And wow, there you can see big green candlestick, buying euro, selling US dollar. Certainly US dollar weakness against the euro. I've got support at 117.09. I've got resistance at 117.57. Buyers looking up at this resistance area, looking to take it out and break above the current intraday resistance. If there's going to be a turnaround here from weak US dollar to strong US dollar, I believe this is the area that we'd see that a bounce down from current levels. Sellers would step in, selling euro, buying US dollar, and buyers of US dollar would be looking back down at the 117 level. But certainly weak US dollar against a strong euro at the start of the US session. Let's have a look at the pound. And you see a very similar situation over here. Big green candlestick, strong pound, buying pound, selling US dollar. I've got support at 133.78. I've got resistance at 134.50. Testing this resistance level now. Wasn't able to maintain last week at these levels. We'll see whether buyers can break above this intraday resistance and push higher, or if we're going to get a turnaround here from weak US dollar to strong US dollar. If US dollar buyers do step in, sellers of pound, buyers of US would be looking back down below the 134 level, back at the 133.78 support level. Let's have a look at the US yen. US had a really strong run on Friday. We saw that from 155.47 all the way up to 157.66, over 200 pips. Giving back some of those gains today, selling US, buying yen, yen fighting its way back. I've got resistance at 157.66, and from now I've got support sitting at 156.87. Sellers of US, buyers of yen will continue to look to push lower, break below this current support level, and look down at the 156 mark. If the US does turn things around and we go from weak US dollar to strong US dollar, buyers will be looking back up at this 157.66 resistance level. Let's have a look at the US against the Canadian. And there you see strong Canadian against a weak US dollar this morning. Sellers firmly in control, selling US, buying Canadian. I've got resistance at 138.01, that tough $1.38 level. I've got support at 137.50. So that's a 50 pip move so far. We'll see if sellers of US, buyers of Canadian can continue this push lower, break below the support level, and look down here at the 137.31 the low from last week. If US dollar buyers do step in and bounce up off this area, off the support area, they'll be looking back up at the 138 resistance level. So certainly weak US dollar to start being sold off. We saw that on the index. We see it being sold off against the European majors, the euro, the pound, even the US, even the yen fighting back against the US. Canadian strong against the US this morning. We're sitting at relative resistance support levels. Good trading, and I'll see you at the end of today's session.